Welcome to the Clinical Pen. Hey, make sure you subscribe. Okay. And check us out at clinicalpen.com. So today, let's discuss something I think, well, pretty much everyone with a desk job feels. That daily grind, you
Mm.
sit down and bam, suddenly staying fit feels kind of impossible.
Oh, absolutely. It's an incredibly common. Your working hours just disappear, and then you look up and realize you haven't moved in. Well, way too long.
Yeah, that sedentary trap. And finding the energy or just remembering to move, it feels like you're fighting your own inbox sometimes.
Exactly. It really does.
And you start thinking, okay, I need some huge change, like, I don't know, training for a marathon tomorrow. But what's cool is the fixes aren't always these massive things,
Not
right?
at all. It's more about finding these surprising little pockets of opportunity within your normal workday. Small adjustments.
So integrating health into the day, not just adding it on after.
Precisely. It's about these small, consistent actions.
Yeah.
Building health into the routine so it's less of a chore and, just part how you operate.
Okay, I like that. So let's get into it. What's the absolute rock bottom foundational thing we need to remember?
The main thing, really the core principle, is you've got to prioritize moving. Specifically, you need to actively avoid just sitting for super long stretches.
Ah, so it's less about adding intense workouts and more about just breaking up the sitting.
That's a huge part of it, yes. The big recommendation is aiming to get up and move around every 30 to 60 minutes.
30 to 60 minutes sounds simple, but yeah, I can easily sit for 2 hours straight without thinking.
We all do it. So
Yeah.
just that awareness, that regular break, it actually makes a difference.
But how do you remember when you're like deep in a spreadsheet or writing something? It's easy to just blow past those reminders in your head.
True. And that's where practical things help, like using reminder apps. Simple ones, phone, computer, whatever. Just a little nudge.
Okay, yeah. Automating it takes the willpower out of it.
Exactly. Takes the mental load off.
What about movement during work stuff, like meetings?
Oh, good one. Walking meetings. Instead of just sitting around a table, why not walk and talk? If it works for the situation, of course.
Right. Or even just pacing on a phone call.
Totally. Lots of people do that naturally. It keeps you moving, keeps the blood flowing. You're still focused on the call. It's surprisingly effective.
I definitely pace on calls sometimes. Helps me think, weirdly.
It does. And that other idea, walking over to a colleague's desk instead of shooting off another email,
Yeah.
it's simple, right? But you get steps in, you often get a clearer, faster answer than typing back and forth. And crucially, you break up the sitting.
Okay, so it's these little things adding up. We're not talking about needing to, like, do push-ups every half hour.
Not necessarily for these breaks, no. It's the consistency. These micro movements, they really do chip away at that total time spent sitting still, helps circulation, muscles, stiffness, all that.
Got it. So moving regularly is step one. But what if you're really stuck at the desk? Like back-to-back calls or something. Can you move at your desk?
Yes, absolutely. And this is key because, well, sometimes you just can't get up. And the great thing is you need basically zero special equipment for this stuff.
Okay, like what? Give me some examples.
What really simple ones? Seated leg raises. Just sitting there, straighten one leg out, hold it a sec, lower it slowly, do the other side.
Ah, so it wakes up those leg muscles.
Exactly. Your quads, even your core gets a little bit of work. It counters that feeling of your legs just being dormant.
Right. And what about all that tension we hold in our shoulders and neck from hunching?
Oh yeah, that's huge. Shoulder rolls are great. Just rolling them forwards, backwards. Gentle neck stretches, like tilting your head side to side. Don't force it, just gentle stretches.
I can feel that tension just thinking about it.
Just a few of those can really help release that tightness, get blood flowing up there again.
Any others for the desk?
Standing squats are a good one. If you can stand up briefly. You don't need weights or anything. Just stand, push your hips back like you're about to sit, lower a bit, stand up.
And you could sneak those in while, like, waiting for a web page to load?
Perfect time. Or on hold during a call. Use those little bits of dead time. Gets the bigger leg muscles working, the glutes.
Okay, I like that. Leveraging the downtime. So the goal here is boosting circulation, fighting stiffness.
Pretty much. It makes being sedentary less physically taxing, keeps things from locking up.
Right. So we've got moving around, moving at the desk. What about the desk setup itself, the environment?
Yeah, that's really important too. Your actual workstation setup. Ergonomics,
Yeah.
making the workspace fit you. It sounds kind of corporate jargony, but it makes a real difference to your posture and comfort.
Reduces strain, basically. So what are the key things there?
Well, if you have the option, a sit-stand desk is obviously a big win. Being able to switch between sitting and standing easily is fantastic for your back, keeps you changing position.
True, but Not everyone has one of those. What about for a standard desk setup? What are the must-dos?
Yeah, good point. Basic things help a lot. Monitor height is critical. Get the top of the screen roughly at eye level, maybe slightly below. Stops you from craning your neck up or down.
Okay. And keyboard, mouse.
Keep them positioned so your wrists are fairly straight, relaxed, not bent way up or way down.
And how you actually sit.
Feet flat on the floor is a big one. Use a footrest if you need one. And good lower back support, lumbar support. Either your chair has it or maybe add a small cushion.
These sound like small tweaks.
They are, but think about it 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Those small adjustments add up massively in reducing stress on your spine, your shoulders, less pain, less fatigue.
It's like preventative maintenance for your body while you work.
Exactly. Preventing problems before they start.
Okay, shift gears a bit. Fuel. The office kitchen. Land of temptation, right?
Yeah.
Free donuts, vending machines, easy takeout.
A minefield. So yeah, the focus needs to be on making smart food choices. Being mindful about what you're eating, not just grabbing whatever's easy. It's key for energy levels.
So what kinds of foods should we be aiming for to avoid that 3 p.m. slump?
Lean protein is great. Chicken, fish, eggs, tofu. Healthy fats, like from nuts or avocado. And complex carbs, whole grains, fruits, veggies, they give you that steady energy release.
Steady fuel, not those quick sugar spikes and crashes.
Exactly. Which brings up meal prepping. It's a really practical strategy.
Bringing your own lunch and snacks.
Yeah. If you have healthy options ready to go, you're way less likely to hit the vending machine or order greasy takeout when you're busy or stressed or just plain hungry. It puts you back in control.
Right. If the healthy choice is the easy choice right there in the fridge, you're more likely to make it, like setting a healthy trap for yourself.
Totally. And don't forget, this good fuel isn't just for your body, it's for your brain too. Helps with focus, productivity.
Okay, makes sense. Another basic but easy to forget, water. Hydration.
So important. And it's not just about not being thirsty. Hydration affects your metabolism, your energy, how well you focus, even your mood.
Really? Even mild dehydration.
Oh. Yeah. It can bring on fatigue, headaches, make it harder to concentrate, all the things you don't want when you're trying to work effectively.
So how do we make sure we're drinking enough? It's easy to lose track.
Simplest trick. Keep a water bottle right there on your desk, refillable, visible, sip on it throughout the day. It's a constant reminder.
Maybe set a goal, like a certain number of refills.
That works too. Aim for maybe, I don't know, 2-3 liters a day. Depends on you, obviously, and how active you are. But having a target helps.
And maybe cut back on other stuff, coffee, soda.
Right. Be mindful of caffeine too much can dehydrate you. And sugary drinks just give you that quick spike and then a crash. Water's really your best bet most of the time.
It's another one of those small habits, but sounds like it has a big impact on just how you feel.
It really underpins everything else. Muscle function, focus, digestion. Got to stay hydrated. Foundational.
Okay, what about the commute? For people not working from home, that can feel like just more sitting time, right?
It can, yeah. But you can actually try to use that commute wisely. Look for opportunities.
Like walking or biking.
If it's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Even part of the way. Great way to build activity in before you even start the workday proper.
But what if that's not realistic? Smaller things.
Absolutely. Park a bit farther away from the entrance. Intentionally.
Yeah.
Get those extra steps.
Or take the stairs instead of the lift.
The classic. Always a good choice. It's about seeing those little moments in your existing routine, the time you're already spending moving from A to B, and choosing the slightly more active option.
Shifting the mindset from passive travel to active opportunity.
Exactly. Leveraging that built-in structure.
So we've covered lots of ways to weave movement into the day, but what about actual dedicated exercise? Does that still matter if you're moving around more at work?
Oh, definitely. It's still crucial. That integrated movement is great for fighting off the negative effects of sitting, but structured workouts give you different benefits. Cardiovascular health, strength, bone density, flexibility. Plus, it's a great stress buster.
So still got to make time for it. What's a reasonable goal?
Aiming for maybe 30 minutes of exercise, 3 to 5 times a week is a solid target for many people.
And scheduling it helps. Morning, evening.
Yeah, finding a consistent time. Morning can energize you for the day. Evening can help you de-stress and shake off the workday. Whatever fits your life.
And mix it up. Cardio, strength.
Definitely. A good mix is ideal. Strength training, some cardio, maybe some stretching or yoga for flexibility. keeps things balanced.
But what if finding 30 minutes just feels impossible on some days?
That's where shorter bursts come in. Even just 15 minutes of a bodyweight routine at home, squats, lunges, planks, push-ups, done consistently, makes a real difference. You don't need a gym.
That's good to hear. It lowers the barrier. Consistency over perfection again.
Exactly. Something is always better than nothing. Find what you can actually stick with.
We focus so much on the physical, but mental well-being is just as important, isn't it? Especially with the demanding desk jobs.
Hugely important. And totally connected to physical health. If you're super stressed, overwhelmed, your focus is shot. It makes it way harder to stick to any physical health goals, too.
So how do we work on mental fitness during the workday without taking huge amounts of time?
Simple things during breaks. Deep breathing exercises, for instance. Just pausing for a minute, taking a few slow, deep breaths. It can really calm your nervous system down.
Or short meditations.
Yeah, even just a couple of minutes of mindfulness or using a guided meditation app like Headspace or Calm, those are popular, can cut through stress and help you refocus.
What about combining it, like taking a walk outside for a break?
Oh, that's a fantastic combo. You get the physical movement, you get away from the screen, and being outdoors, changing your scenery is great for a mental reset. Clears the head.
It's the whole picture, isn't it? Body and mind.
Totally. Managing that mental load is key for sustainable health.
Speaking of screens, eye strain. That's another specific desk job hazard.
Oh yeah, super common. Staring at that screen all day. Dry eyes, tired eyes, blurry vision, headaches. The usual suspects. But there are simple fixes.
Like the 20-20-20 rule? I've heard of that.
Yep, that's the main one. Really effective. Every 20 minutes or so, look away from your screen at something about 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. It gives your eye muscles a break.
Just forces them to refocus.
Oh.
Any other quick tips for eyes?
Check your screen brightness and contrast. Make sure it's comfortable for the lighting in your room, not too bright, not too dim.
Right.
And maybe consider blue light filters, either software on your computer or special glasses. Especially helpful later in the day, as blue light can mess with your sleep.
Little habits to protect your vision long term. Makes sense.
Definitely proactive care for a known stressor.
Okay, last big piece, but maybe the most important. Sleep.
Absolutely fundamental. And often the first thing to go when we get busy.
But lack of sleep impacts everything else we've talked about, right?
Everything. Your energy, focus, mood, your immune system, how your body processes food, even your motivation to exercise or eat well. You just can't function optimally without decent sleep.
So what are the key habits for better sleep hygiene?
Consistency is huge. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, yep, even on weekends. It helps regulate your body's internal clock.
Okay. What about screens before bed?
Big one. Avoid screens, phone, tablet, computer, TV for at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour, before you want to sleep. That blue light really does suppress melatonin, the sleep hormone.
And the bedroom environment.
Make it a sleep sanctuary. Dark, quiet, cool. Blackout curtains if needed, earplugs, maybe turn the thermostat down a bit, create the right conditions for rest.
It really feels like good sleep is the foundation that makes all the other healthy habits actually work better.
It truly is. It's when your body and brain do their repair work. Prioritizing sleep isn't being lazy. It's essential for high performance at your desk and just in life.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, the main message seems pretty clear. Staying fit and healthy with a desk job, it is possible. You don't need to make radical, life-altering changes necessarily.
Exactly. It's about weaving these small, consistent habits into your day. Breaking up the sitting, moving at your desk, tweaking your workspace, eating well, drinking water, using your commute, getting regular workouts, taking care of your mind, protecting your eyes, and definitely getting enough sleep.
And the thread tying it all together, the big takeaway.
Consistency beats intensity almost every time. Small things done regularly add up to way more than big heroic efforts you only do once in a while. It's about building habits that stick.
Right. We've covered a lot, though. Movement breaks, desk moves, ergonomics, food, water, commutes, workouts, mental health, eyes, sleep. It's kind of a whole menu of options.
It is, yeah. And trying to do everything at once can feel like a lot.
Totally. So maybe as a final thought for everyone listening today, think about just one thing from our chat. Which single small habit resonated most? What's one tiny change you could realistically try starting today?
Yeah, just pick one. Maybe it's setting that reminder to stand up. Maybe it's packing a healthy snack. Maybe it's doing those shoulder rolls.
Just one thing. See it as a little experiment. What's that first small step you could take right now that might make a difference tomorrow? And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the Clinical Pen. Pop over to clinicalpen.com, tell your friends about us, share this discussion, and definitely leave us a comment. We'd love to hear that one thing you're going to try.